Welcome back to the Band Guide, where we use GarageBand to create professional sounding music. I'm your band guy, Colin, and today I have a quick but super important tip for you, and it's all about the metronome. The metronome is extremely important, and stick around to the end of this video and I'm going to show you how you can actually make a better metronome for free inside GarageBand. But in this video we're going to talk about how to make your metronome louder so you can hear it better, and how you can even create subdivisions. So it could be an 8th note or a 16th note. Stick around to the end, we'll talk all about that. But why is the metronome so important? Well, the metronome is so important because if you want a professional sounding recording, you need to be right on the beat. You need to have a tight recording right in time with everything else happening in the song. So if you have digital elements, this is crucial because your GarageBand drummer, for example, is going to be perfectly in line with your metronome. So you should be perfectly in line with your metronome. Whether you're singing vocals or recording guitar or recording bass, you need to be right in line with the timing of this song. It is crucial, but even if you're not using digital elements, you still need to be right in time with a guide so that all your different elements can be perfectly in time with each other. The metronome is so helpful, and it gives you a guide at any point in the song so you can be right in time. Crucial, don't skip this. So the metronome itself, as it's set up right now, sounds like this. Sounds fine. It's a little bit hard to hear. And then if we get to a louder point in the song, I don't know about you, but if I was playing something loud, drums or anything else, I would not be able to hear that. So how do we make the metronome itself louder? We're going to start by going up to our preferences. And in our preferences, we're just going to go over to metronome. So as I'm playing this here, I'm going to bring up the volume of this metronome while the chorus plays. You can hear it a little bit better, but where you're really going to get more out of this is bringing up the tone. Helpful, right? You can definitely hear that a lot better. But this is definitely not my favorite way to make a metronome. We're getting a little peek right here at my favorite way to make a metronome, which is to create your own track that's just a metronome. If you were working in DAWs like Pro Tools, there'd be a click that you could just turn on. This is that. And what this allows us to do is have a metronome that could be a different beat division, so it could be an 8th notes or 16th notes at different points in the song. It could cut out for sections of the song. It could be quieter in sections of the song, louder in sections of the song. It could be accented on any individual beat. So for example, what I've set up here is in the chorus here, I've set it to 8th notes. And I could bring it up in volume, bring it down in volume. A lot of flexibility here, right? Go to the intro, we could have it in just quarter notes. I'm on my way, my way. And then we could have specific beats accented if we wanted to. I'll show you that in just a second. So to create this, all I did was go up, create a software instrument, and then I just found the Latin preset here. So under percussion, Latin, and then I just found on here, I just scrolled up until I heard the cowbell. That's my preferred click sound for sure. And then I just set it to be on every beat. So we just created a new section here. We'll zoom out, go over here. And all I did is found the cowbell is going to be on this note here. So I just added a note on each beat. If you hold Command, it creates this little marker that lets us draw in notes. And now I've created a measure where every beat we have a click hit, a metronome hit. And then you can just loop that. And then if I wanted, let's say, to accent the first beat every time, I could come up here and bring up the velocity of just that one hit. So each of these other hits will stay the same, but that first hit is going to be harder. And we can listen to that. You could go crazy with this. You could have it accent every third beat, whatever you wanted, if that helps the groove of the song. And then now I can have, let's say, I'm recording guitar and it's going to just ring out when I get to this verse, I could have this click end when I get to that verse, so there's no metronome that might be bleeding into a microphone or something. And then I can have it come back in this chorus up here at eighth notes if I wanted to. You have total flexibility over this, and it's completely free inside GarageBand. Now, the only thing I've done additionally to this is if we bring up our smart window, I've turned my bell all the way up. This is our cowbell sound, and it actually automatically pans a little bit to the right. So if we listen to this playing here, the cowbell itself is a little bit in the right ear. So I just panned it a little bit to the left until it was right up the middle. But you could also keep it off in one ear if that's better for you. So this is so helpful and gives you a much better click if you're recording inside GarageBand. This is really going to help you out get a more professional sounding recording because they're going to be more in time, and all professional recordings are really in time with each other. They're really syncing to each other. This will really help you do that. But that's not where a professional sounding recording in GarageBand ends. If you want a professional sounding recording, then you need to have a professional sounding mix of the song that you just recorded. And I want to give you something to help with that. I've put together a 6-step checklist that walks through all the 6 steps that all professional mixes have and how you can do them inside GarageBand completely free. Be sure to grab it. There's a link in the description below where you can download it, again, completely free. So grab it, use it on your mixes to get a more professional sounding mix inside GarageBand. Before we go, I always like to hear from you. This week I want to know, do you use the metronome? Do you use the stock metronome, or do you create your own metronome like we've talked about here today? Do you not use a metronome? You should probably use a metronome. Let me know in the comments below. If this video was helpful, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week with another video. One thing at a time.